Hello everyone, and welcome to Truong English Podcast. I'm very happy to have you here today. This podcast is designed to help you improve your English naturally through listening to clear, practical, and engaging English, whether you're learning English for school, work, travel, or personal growth. Take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy today's English listening practice. Now, let's get started. In today's episode, we'll explore the Astronomical Challenge. In this episode, you'll learn about the challenges of exploring space, the remarkable achievements of modern astronomy, and how scientists continue to uncover the mysteries of the universe. Listen carefully, pay attention to the new vocabulary and expressions, and enjoy the reading at a natural pace. Now, let's begin. The Astronomical Challenge. In a world ruled by an ancient family of women, where traditions were as strong as gravity, the group of astronomers faced an unusual challenge. An old book had predicted a time when the stars would align, signaling the end of their traditional ways. This warning had left many important documents ignored and gathering dust in old libraries. As the night of the predicted alignment arrived, the astronomers gathered in their observatory, ready with their tools. The air was heavy with excitement, like the calm before a storm. Finally, as the crescent moon sank below the horizon, the stars formed a clear pattern. Their old beliefs were broken, replaced by a new understanding that could guide them into the future. The astronomers had found a new truth, not only in the stars, but also in their minds, which were now open to endless possibilities. In the end, it was not their strict traditions that held them back, but their hunger for knowledge that pushed them forward. They united in their search for truth, leaving behind the old ways of the matriarchal family. They started a new journey, guided by the stars and the bravery of one bold astronomer. The group faced their first big challenge as they tried to connect the movements of the crescent moon with the star patterns they had studied for many years. The sky was like a painting, and the stars were the clues. But on Earth, society was more focused on its own problems, like managing factories and resources, than on the wonders of the sky above. Amid this tension, a young astronomer named Lyra stood out. She was known for questioning the old ways. Lyra discovered old records that hinted at a hidden family line, holding the key to understanding the star's message. As she studied more, the elders in the group scolded her for encouraging younger members to embrace change. They feared upsetting tradition and preferred to stop progress rather than face the unknown. Lyra lived a simple life, much like a quiet loner, in a small and messy room filled with her tools and charts. In this solitude, she made her most important discoveries. Using a method to study the light from stars, she found a broken but clear path toward a new understanding of the universe. Despite resistance, Lyra stayed determined. She believed the group's narrow focus on small details was not enough. The small connections she found between the stars and life on Earth convinced her that the astronomers were on the edge of a discovery that could change how they saw the universe forever. That was our first reading for today. Now, let's move on to the second passage. As you listen, pay attention to the main ideas, useful vocabulary, and sentence structures. Let's continue. Our second reading today is titled, The Megalithic Vision. In this reading, you'll discover the fascinating world of megalithic monuments and learn how ancient civilizations planned and built these remarkable structures. As you listen, pay attention to the vocabulary, useful expressions, and the ideas presented throughout the passage. Now, let's begin our second reading. The Megalithic Vision. In a land where stories were part of daily life, a group of druids set out to create a great monument. They wanted it to last forever and guide future generations. The chosen place was a quiet valley with giant stones scattered across it. These stones, called sarsen stones, would be used to build a megalithic structure to mark the solstice and serve as a lasting symbol of their culture. Megalithic monuments, like Stonehenge in England and Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, are ancient stone structures built by early societies. These incredible creations are still admired today for their precision and purpose. Historians and archaeologists have long debated their use. Were they for observing the stars, holding spiritual ceremonies, or creating places for people to gather? No matter the purpose, these monuments show humanity's early efforts to connect with the universe, honor their beliefs, or bring communities together. Building the monument was no small task. The stones were enormous, each requiring great strength and clever techniques to move and lift. The Druids worked tirelessly, creating pathways with wooden planks and using simple but effective methods to raise the stones. Despite their efforts, not everyone believed in their vision. Some villagers, led by an elder, argued that the monument was unnecessary. They thought it would waste time and resources, especially with the disease spreading through nearby towns. As the monument neared completion, the Druids prepared for a special ceremony. On the night of the winter solstice, they gathered at the site, wearing ceremonial clothing. They performed ancient rituals to honor their work, ensuring the monument's place in history. Over time, the story of the monument became part of local folklore. Generations walked by the stones, amazed at their endurance and wondering about the effort it took to build them. The Druids did not give up. They used old designs passed down through generations and continued to work despite the villagers' doubts. The people whispered stories about the Druids' mysterious powers, which added to their determination. The skeptics remained unsure, thinking the Druids were stuck in narrow thinking. They could not see how this monument could help their society. These megalithic monuments remind us of humanity's ability to work together for a shared goal. Building them required teamwork, knowledge, and a strong sense of purpose. They reflect how communities united to create something that would last for thousands of years. Eventually, even the skeptical villagers came to respect the monument. The giant stones, standing strong against time, became a symbol of unity and resilience. The Druids had shown that a vision inspired by the past could shape the future. New generations retold the stories with pride, keeping the memory of the monument alive. These megalithic structures continue to inspire us, reminding us of human creativity and the desire to leave a mark on the world. Now it's time for our third reading, The Complexity of Freedom in Modern Society. In this reading, you'll explore the meaning of freedom in today's world and discover how personal rights, responsibilities, and social values shape modern society. Listen carefully, pay attention to the key vocabulary and useful expressions, and enjoy today's reading. Let's begin. The complexity of freedom in modern society. In today's world, the concept of freedom is often viewed through the lens of various societal structures and paradigms. The idea of freedom is not merely a simplistic notion, but a complex interplay of different factors, where shortcomings in one area can significantly impact another. For instance, the magnitude of freedom one experiences can be affected by external and internal woes. These might include perilous situations where one's safety is at risk, leading to restrictions on personal freedom. Such scenarios can be particularly severe for individuals suffering from autoimmune conditions, where their body's response to threats is inherently imprecise and dangerous. Freedom also has its limits within organizational structures. A vice president, for example, may enjoy a significant degree of autonomy, but is still bound by the decisions of stakeholders. The pedagogical paradigm within which they operate may allow for peer-to-peer learning and collaboration, but there is always a waning of this freedom when higher-level decisions are imposed. In technological advancements, freedom is not only about innovations like aerospace technologies or the development of a wedge-shaped nozzle that might revolutionize the field. It's also about understanding and addressing the thermal pressures in society that can cause the pedagogical paradigms to shift. Even in everyday aspects, like measuring freedom's impact, it's not just about how many gallons of fuel a new aerospace technology might save, but about how these savings translate into broader societal benefits. Freedom has to be measured in more than ever tangible terms, balancing anecdotes with hard data. In our lives, we often slam against the walls of these structures, pushing for more freedom, but zeal alone is not enough. There needs to be a cement of common understanding and crosswise connections among different sectors of society to truly uphold freedom. Moreover, freedom is often discussed with anecdotes, which provide real-life examples, but these are sometimes limited in their empirical value. When we measure freedom, we need to use not only stories, but also empirical data to understand its full scope. On a broader scale, societies often thrash out their understanding of freedom by debating and resolving issues, but this process can be tinkered endlessly without ever reaching a true resolution. Sometimes, this results in mere mediocrity, where the outcome is far from ideal, and freedom becomes more of a fad than a lasting value. Scaffolding around freedom is essential to maintain it in its true form. Without proper structures, freedom can become perilous and chaotic. For example, in lethal systems, the use of lethal injections raises empirical questions about the extent to which freedom should be upheld versus the need for societal control. Finally, when health professionals, like medics, work on the front lines, they symbolize the true essence of freedom in action, risking their lives for the well-being of others. Their work might seem waning in impact on the grand scale, but each act contributes significantly to the fabric of a free society. In conclusion, freedom has more to do with finding a balance between structure and autonomy. Only through a careful examination of our societal scaffolding can we hope to achieve true freedom in both thought and action. That brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope you enjoyed today's 3 English readings and learned some new vocabulary, useful expressions, and ideas along the way. Remember, improving your English takes time and consistent practice. Keep listening, keep learning, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Truong English Podcast, and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day.